you doing, guys? My name is Klabbidoo and welcome to The Monster Inside. It's a game I found on itch.io and I don't know anything about it at all, but without further ado, let's roll it. The Monster Inside. My head pounded, ears still ringing slightly. Some of the worst nightmares I've had in years left me feeling like I've been punched in the jaw. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. Okay. There was another notice on the door from Mayor Vinetti's office. Permits out of date. They didn't like me much and were trying to drown me in paperwork. It was slow off. Weeks since it had any real case to work on, so I passed the time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with an old bedsheet. I don't dare look at my own reflection. I'm too afraid of what I might see. Afraid someday I might have to face what I really am. The monster. The girl came in so quietly I nearly choked on my cigarette. Mister, please, you gotta help me, mister. Yeah, what can I help you with? Please, no one else will listen to me. Go on. She eyed me with just a dash of suspicion as I tossed back a handful of pills and chased them with a swig of whiskey. I could tell this might take a while. Her name was Lily. She told me she was his mistress. The man all over the newspaper is the infamous banker, Mr. Reginald Farnsworth. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk, philandering bastard, but this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife had just turned up dead in Central Park 2 nights ago. You don't understand. He just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him, and no one believes me. He's gotta go in trouble. He's gotta get in trouble. I ain't saying I didn't believe you, but Mr. Jack, you can just call me Jack. Jack, whoever did that to his wife must have been the one who took him. He would have never left without me. He promised me. I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised his poor little girl a lot of things. Please, the cops won't listen to me, and they want to bring him into charges. You gotta prove it wasn't him before they find him. Honestly, I doubt they're in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth had practically the entire police force in his deep pocket. Probably why they hadn't found much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one man with money. You got my curiosity, but oh, thank you, Mr. Jack. Thank you, but please be careful. I don't think this was just any murder or kidnapper. I think it was a beast. Weird? Beast. The word struck me funny. Like when you jar your elbow on a hard corner. Not a word many uses these days, except my hushed whispers and bedtime stories for children. Oh, they were real enough, alright. They just got better at controlling their unseemly urges. But I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years, back when I was still a cop myself. I can help you, we'll get to the bottom of this. And you seem like the kind of man who's good at solving mysteries. Sure, can she see how busy I am with cases? I replied a little too harshly. Sarcasm was my strong suit. I reassured her some more. I reassured her some more and sent her on her way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked and call me if she saw anything suspicious. I didn't know if she was in any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. That night, I made my way down to Central Park. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something there the cops had missed. Next chapter! Let's go! The scene was already picked clean by the cops days ago, but we got a knack for finding the things others overlooked. Okay. A knack. More of a symptom of a condition. Other less useful symptoms I kept in check. But for the time being, my keen sense of smell would come in handy. It was faint, but I could smell it before I even approached the police line. The scent was less of a thing and more of an emotion. Seduction. A strangely familiar smell. I expected a scent of trepidation or maybe even outright fear. Mrs. Farnsworth seemed to have been at a height of pleasure when she left this world. Okay. Enough now. Enough to meaning to a crime of passion. Pushing the thought from my mind, it was time to get down to business. Investigate the scene. Okay. Muddy footprints everywhere. Difficult to pick out anything from the prints that the cops left behind in their haste. But cops don't wear $2,000 pairs of car kinos. I do know that. It looked like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on his own 2 feet. Okay, investigate again. Oh, scratches. A burn mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. This wasn't just any burn mark. This was just the mark of an ancient magic. This was the mark of an ancient magic. Really. It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lila have been right? Something unnatural was a play here. But I was no stranger to the strange. After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park had given up all it was hiding from me. So I trudged back to my apartment and my head hit my pillow like it owed me money. Next chapter! The next morning I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares. But I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting outside my office. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door and ripped down another notice from the mayor's office. I motioned for her to step inside, seemingly afraid of what I might say. She finally worked up the courage to ask, "So, what did you find?" Damn, there's a lot of reading in this game. We'll see if I can keep up. Well, I've got some good news. Farnsworth might still be alive. I probably shouldn't have given her false hope like that, but she seemed like she needed something to hold on to right then. She didn't need to know about the mark on the tree. How do you know that? Where is she? Found his footprints. Seems like he got out safely. My tone was indifferent towards her as I turned and grabbed a bottle from my desk drawer. A dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds. But you don't know where he went? Do you think the news this morning is related? What news is that? Haven't you heard? Nope. Rough night followed my rough morning. They found the police chief's wife dead down by the docks. They say it happened last night. Let me guess, Chief and Mother was missing too. My face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicions, but it faded quickly. My mother was a shit cop and a shit chief. He was half the reason I left the force. But now his wife was dead and I had more questions than I did the day before. The gears in my head started to spin, which I wasn't helped by the splitting pain at my temples. I liked Lily. I told Lily I needed time to work, and she left slightly dejected. Damn, wanting more answers than I could provide. That night, after the cops had cleared out the docks, I would slip down and see what I could uncover concerning Mr. Amato's untimely demise. Next chapter. Let's go. The cold air smells strongly of salt and oil. And could it be? That smell again. Like someone had bottled pure arousal and used it as perfume. It hit me like a long forgotten memory. But the sensual fumes soon gave way to a rush of adrenaline. I knew exactly what the scent reminded me of. And that scared me more than nothing. More than not knowing. I looked down at my hands, shaking. The nightmares, the headaches. No, I was better now. Reformed. I had to focus. No jumping to conclusions. Follow the evidence. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I can choose. What else? Chains? Red Phoenix cigarettes. Some shady brand I smoke every day. Everyone's got their vice. Okay. There, just there. The smallest piece of purple fabric, torn and caught in the spinner of a board. The police report didn't say anything about Mrs. Amato wearing purple, and it was certainly of a quality that you wouldn't expect down here. Don't see too many high society types around flaunting royal purple threads. I pulled out my own pack of reds and lit up. I could already feel another headache coming on, but looking out over the waves seemed to help me forget. Forget what? The cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that had been bubbling to the top of my brain. I honestly don't remember the walk back to the office. Apparently, I spent the night in my easy chair. The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. It was still dark out. No, I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Had I really slept through the entire next day? A newspaper was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, I nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. I steadied myself and regained my composure. Before I even picked up the paper, I could already feel it. I could already read the headline. Breaking Mayor missing. Wife found dead. 2 cases in a coincidence. 2 cases is a coincidence. 3 is a pattern. The cops would be asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of antagonizing all the victims. I stumbled to my desk and slammed back 3 days worth of inhibitor pills. I couldn't take any chances. I had to investigate the scene to be sure. I threw my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me off guard on the other side. Jack, where are you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day. What meds is he taking? I don't understand. I've just been busy. Okay, but we need to talk when you get back. Stay safe. So next crime scene, I guess? She gave me a soft kiss on the cheek and rushed off. As I rushed off. Parts of me wanted to stay and tell her it would be okay. But it would be a lie. The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartments where Mayor Vidal and his wife lived. I could tell the police were spooked now. The crime scene was even sloppier than last. They hadn't even bothered to submit the trash into evidence. Investigate the scene. Well, the trash then. Why wouldn't they at least look through the dumpster? It seemed untouched. So No one wants to do dirty work. But I know how to find the good stuff. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. Lightweight bags. Bags usually mean someone was dumping documents. If you were lucky, they didn't bother to shred them. Jackpot. Shell companies. Shady stock trades. Bribes. I knew Mayor Venetti was crooked, but this was unbelievable. And there was more. Letters between Mayor Venetti and Chief Amato. Talking about me? How they were trying to get me shut down. They didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, they weren't here to stop me snooping around this one. Venetti's car. If he's still alive, he wouldn't. If he's still alive, why wouldn't he have left in his car? It didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find him, but the stakes were too high, and my bet was edging toward the unthinkable. As I searched around for anything that might assuage my fears, I caught the scent again. It overwhelmed my other senses with undulating pleasure. It was intoxicating, a weapon used on the weak world. A weapon I knew all too well, though it had been too many years since I had used it. Used it for what? Was there another like me? Was it being framed? It wasn't possible, was it? I was taking inhibitors, I was reformed. But the nightmares, the headaches, the memory lapses, I couldn't even trust myself. I started walking back out the alley when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Not just any watch though. My watch. How long had the wrist been there? Surely I just dropped it when I first came down the alley. I checked the time before I left the office, hadn't I? Or had I just used the wall clock? I couldn't be sure. I couldn't be sure of anything, so I ran. Whoa. I don't know why I ran back to the office. The cops would probably show up any minute to knock the door and call me away. They would put it together before long. Maybe it would be best for everyone if I simply faced my own reflection. But Lily was still there waiting for me. Jack was wrong. It looked like he was in a ghost. My own ghost, coming back to haunt me from the past. You're not making any sense, Jack. Sit down. You don't understand. You're not safe around me. What? I took a good last look at her as I prepared to shove her out the door. I noticed she was wearing the same thing she had when she first came to my office 3 days ago. A beautiful purple dress. Odd that I hadn't really noticed before, but it made her seem out of place at a time. And it was frayed around the edges, torn in places. My chair caught my fall as my knees failed me. It was you. You are the monster. Secuse. What? Oh, Jack, we are one and the same. You and I. We are both monsters. I'm simply more honest with myself. There's no such thing as reformation. Those pills that take only make you dull. Beasts like us should never suppress our true natures as you have incubus. Those men were probably dead too now, I figured. She probably took them to her lair and harvested their seed. So you've done all this just to wake me up? You could say that. Though it seemed enough just to have you doubt yourself. You believed you were still capable of such horrors. Which means deep down you probably are. You can't escape it. Now I need you to complete the deed. You took my watch, messed with my head. This is so weird, guys. I don't know. Oh, don't act like I didn't do you a favor. Those men hated you and wanted you gone. Now they're gone. Which man? Oh, Mr. Venari? I mustered the strength to stand again, moving casually to the window by the corner. She was right about one thing. I was dull, weak compared to her. If I refused her and she attacked me, I was a dead man. I had to keep her talking. I've never met a succubus who seduces and kills women. Oh please, such a 14th century stereotype. I don't discriminate when it comes to pleasure of the flesh. What the fuck is happening? But I do still need an incubus like yourself to take the tainted seed I've harvested from those awful men and planet and only for some asses for me. Dude, this is messed up. I'm tired of draining my lovers just to survive. I'm ready to settle down and start a family. Ha 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 ha. That's maniacal laughter. I positioned myself carefully, making sure she was looking my direction. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. With a quick flinch on my wrist, I whipped the old bedsheet off of the corner mirror. Oh, there. Lily was blinded by her own reflection, and sucked into the mirror with a painful, monstrous scream. Trapped. Shielding my own eyes, I pulled a revolver from the desk side drawer. Aimed it at the mirror. Okay. Whoa, jeez. And fired. So that was the monster inside. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really liked it. Post down in the comments below what you thought about it. Maybe it was a little too deep for me to understand everything, but yeah. All in all, I thought it was a cool game. Yeah, this is, I guess, the end of this video. So post down in the comments below what you want me to do next, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. And I will see you later.